you guys doing today? It's PrimeTime Sports News here with President Eli.
And it's Filthy Franco.
And we're bringing you the latest sports takes, brand new HBCU news, and some politics today.
Well, HBCU news is a little speculation, just a tad bit. So, to start, we're going to get into the NBA Finals.
Alright, I'm going to just be honest.
Game 1 was
tough.
The Lakers weren't very nice in Miami last night.
It was only one word to really describe that whole NBA Final series.
Bullying.
Injuries.
That too. I mean, shoot, Jimmy Butler, he got nicked up a bit. Bam and Goran Dragic left the game, and Goran Dragic tore his left plantar in his left foot.
I'm like, is it really every final series you get great expectations for it, and then boom, the injury has to happen? Like, all these games that they've played up until this point, everybody's been perfectly fine. You make it to the NBA Finals, their first NBA Finals at that, and then now you want to get injured. Like, I wish them a fast recovery, because not only for entertainment purposes, but like, who wants to get hurt or known that, oh, I made it to the finals, but I got hurt in my first finals appearance, and you may never make it back again.
Yeah, Dragic hasn't been scratched for the series yet, though. So I mean, and Bam, they were talking during the game about how he's never gotten painkillers because he's scared of the needle. Which, I mean, after what happened last week to Tyrod Taylor, where he got punctured in the lung, when a team doctor was giving him the painkillers and he punctured his lung. Shoot.
To hear that the lung was punctured just blew my mind. I mean, the first thing I thought about was, how? Like,
you better back up with that needle, big boy, cause
suck it up, man. Honestly, if you for the sake of your team and your organization and them contracts that'll come after you when that
yeah, cause I smell a lawsuit in L.A. It smell like number 5 got a little suit to his name.
I think so.
But yeah, let's get back into game 1. LeBron, man, he almost had a triple-double.
He had
25, 13, and 9. What were you going to say, my man?
I was going to say he almost had a double-double. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, he had a double-double.
He had the double-double.
Excuse me, he had a double-double.
He almost had the 25 and 15. Dog.
But are we going to focus on LeBron, or are we going to give AD his flowers? That man was a monster. He is the reason why they went up 30, actually. LeBron, of course, had his highlights, but AD...
Yeah, that's where I got to disagree with you, my guy.
What? Come on.
AD is great, but dude, the guy that's got this series, what it looks like on the chokehold is LeBron. Because everything is around LeBron.
I have a question for you. NBA Finals was one game. You had to determine who would be the NBA Finals MVP. You're giving it to AD or you're giving it to LeBron? Because
the guy that almost had the triple-double.
LeBron has it. Danny Green.
Why?
Okay, LeBron is the point guard now. He grabbed more boards than AD. So he did, outside of scoring, he did his job, and he did AD's job better than he did.
But because AD was focusing more on scoring, that's why
he only had 9 more points than him.
No, only 9 more. He still had assists.
Hey, LeBron can put up 9 points now. Don't say it's only 9 more points.
I seen that shot get blocked by Hero.
Hey man,
we're not gonna act like Tyler Hero had a clamp.
Listen, bro. This is the all-time leading scorer in playoff points. I mean, again, he does have the most minutes played, but still.
I mean, when you go to the finals every year and then lose, I mean, of course you would be number 1 in a lot of those stats. But that's besides the point. He had a great game as well as AD. But I'm going to give it to AD.
Nah.
They wouldn't be in the position that they were in. And then, mind you, they cut that 30-point lead down to 15, even though players were injured. So what would a LeBron have done if the pressure really was applied? Will we be looking at LeBron to get them out of that situation and continue to lead them? Or would we be looking for AD to continue doing what he was doing to lead them to that dub?
Okay, Mr. President. Let's not act like LeBron can't lead a charge at the end. This man been closing out series. Even if the last shot isn't made by him, He's the one who built up to that last shot. This man has been closing out series since he was near my age. I'm turning 20 next week.
Rashard Lewis playing off the ball. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer!
Since he was my age.
Since joining up with AD in this NBA bubble, what series has he closed out? Game winners. Because as I recall...
That's what... Okay,
Anthony
game
Davis.
winners don't... Listen, game winners...
Here we go.
Game winners versus putting your team in the position to win.
But AD has led them in all.
Okay,
yes,
but here's
if
the
you
thing.
look,
Here's the thing.
I know.
Kyle Kuzma can hit a game winner.
This is true.
Kyle Kuzma put up more than LeBron did if he hit that. Because Kyle Kuzma actually did hit the game winner in the bubble.
Bates Diop is on him. Anthony Davis picked up by Bull. Here comes Kuzma for the win. Got it! 0.4 to go. They got the lead.
But here's
It's
the
the
difference
Trailblazers.
between Kyle Kuzma
You said Jesus
and
can't
Anthony
stop
Davis.
that shot.
Kyle Kuzma isn't one of the best players on the team, nor is he talked about as being one of the best players in the league. So we would never have that. We would never have that conversation about Kyle Kuzma and LeBron James because Kyle Kuzma would never. Well, no. Excuse me, because who knows what may happen. I like Kyle Kuzma. Like I said, I was a Lakers fan at one point until
That's because Tyler Hero stole his girlfriend.
Oh man, we're not gonna get
We're not gonna get on that one.
But yeah, enough about that because we wasn't even supposed to talk about that.
Enough about that. Game one.
Game one,
In my opinion, the
Miami
presidential
got washed.
take. If I put my stamp on it, if I sign it, 80's Finals MVP.
Well,
Point
we
blank.
all know that current presidents don't always say the best things. So,
I said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what? You are sick. Yeah.
so LeBron James is my Finals MVP. Now we haven't really talked about the Heat players, but Jimmy Butler he had a decent game. He had 23 points, 5 assists. You know, Jimmy Butler's not going.
Before the floor guy forgot to do his job, and then he just ended up slipping and twisting his ankle. But that's what happens when you play against the
Now,
Lakers.
one thing, I got 2 things about that series. One thing I've wanted to say since the first quarter, Jimmy Butler's floater game is so nice.
Oh yes, always.
They went through a severe 3-game slump in the conference finals before breaking out in the clinch.
Play opportunity.
One shot. That's Green's second foul.
And the Lakers went to his bench, and they did not disappoint.
He just suspended in animation and like right before his feet touch the ground and gets that up down violation, he just puts it up and it rattles around the rim and it goes down like woo.
That's Jimmy Buckets.
That floater game is insane.
Jimmy Buckets.
And the second thing, which really I didn't really think about too hard since before the series, but like the Heat don't have that guy which is going to score and nobody can stop him. I think that's the biggest difference in this series.
This is true.
LA has 2 guys who are going to score and you can't stop them. And you got to stop everybody around them to stop them.
Even if you manage to stop them, I mean,
they still might win.
No, they're
Somebody
gonna call a foul. They don't get that seniority on the Heat where even though you seen him get fouled,
a couple suspect calls. There are a couple suspect calls.
Had a lot.
But yeah,
of
they
suspect calls.
don't have that score. I mean, we just talked about the LA's two scores, and that's like I was looking at the game. And I was like, that lead isn't too bad because I mean the Lakers did that. They came back from the Nuggets. I mean, they lost that game. It was the one game they lost. So it was game 4, right? It was game 4, right? They did it, but I was like, what, the game's not over, and then it was just like. Nobody was hitting nothing. They couldn't put a point up. It was like a 25-6 run. That was that first big run where LA took the lead and didn't let it go. And I was just like, you know what? Jimmy Butler can put up some points. But for this team and this system, he's not. He can do it, but he's not going to do that every night. That's not his role.
That's true.
And they don't have that guy. Like, maybe Tyler Hero in 2 or 3 years and Bam maybe next year. But because, Bam's really stepping into that role, but Bam got hurt. So, and Goran Dragic got hurt too. It's a team effort. So when in team efforts, they can come back from deficits, but a lot of times those big deficits are started by that one player that can score and he can spark his bench. They don't have that player. and a bench can catch a spark by itself, but two of their biggest players were hurt.
But I'm gonna tell you what they do have.
What they got?
They got an Iggy, a 2015 Finals MVP. Somebody that shut down the mean man LeBron James in the NBA Finals.
Rebound tip, Iguodala on the follow. Count it, and a foul.
That was 5 years ago.
It doesn't matter. He is still there.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Six straight finals appearances. We talk about LeBron James, 10 finals appearances. Think about that, man. That's been the 6 finals appearances straight, and he has a finals MVP.
When you said that, I thought of that before the series started. I was like, wait a minute. This happened 5 years ago. Time flies, because I was like, wait a minute, that was actually 5 years ago. Like, shoot, can Iggy really do that? Because he was kind of old back then.
He was back then.
So I mean, Iggy not the LeBron stopper. He didn't even really stop LeBron. He just didn't let LeBron win. That's what really happened. If we're being honest. Hopefully Eric Spoelstra, because I always believe Eric Spoelstra deserves the credit he doesn't get.
I do pinch myself very often, and because of this gratitude that I have with this situation, that's why I'm giving it everything I have, for the people I work for, and I want to do my part.
He definitely uses flowers, so if they have any chance, he needs to. It's going to be from him, and the players are going to execute. Because Jimmy Butler said they had to
play nearly perfect, yeah.
And that definitely didn't happen. So right now, just a little.
Trying to make a transition to the better, more manly sport, that being football.
I don't really worry like here comes the
something that we've been anticipating because we didn't know how this season was going to play out. Coronavirus definitely took the world by storm, took sports over by storm. So, the NBA had their bubble, they had their game rooms, they created the courts, and they barbershops, and they did everything. What was the NFL going to do? Nothing. But not have fans in the stands. Which
no, and that's because, actually, North Carolina, this week, just turned to phase 3.
So, yeah.
So you can buy tickets to go to a Panthers game now. I got that email.
That's
listen, if I wasn't a broke college student, I might be there.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money.
Sunday's game, Titans and the Steelers. That has been postponed to a later date in the season. 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 Titans players have tested positive for COVID-19.
That nigga's tripping.
How you're saying that the NFL has done nothing?
Yeah, nothing.
A fan caught COVID on opening night.
I know. I was not aware of this.
One of the fans was there and he tested positive like the next day. So, he might not have caught it there, but he brought it there. That's the right way to say.
And this is for which game?
This was when the Chiefs and Texans opened up the seasons.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I saw something like this happening. I don't see the NFL doing anything about it because they wouldn't do anything about anything.
Never. I mean, unless it's players kneeling for police brutality, then they're going to say something.
Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired.
But, I don't, like he said, like Filthy Franklin said, man, NFL doesn't really care. I mean, they care about their money and they care about their patriotism. That's the two things that they've, over the past 3-4 years.
Their patriotism.
The patriotism. I mean, I can't say that I don't care about my patriotism myself.
God bless the USA.
I have respect for troops. I have brothers that were in the military, you know what I'm saying?
My cousin and my uncle were. I have respect for them. I just don't have respect for the people that left them.
Yeah, we don't have,
But
that's off topic.
That's off topic.
NFL has done absolutely nothing. I don't see them do anything, really. Yeah, they postponed the game, but who's to say when the game will be held? What will happen to the Titans players now? Because will they postpone the rest of their schedule?
COVID that does things to you. Like, you can survive it. There's a high chance where you survive, but like, I've seen people like where their lungs have been altered. You're an athlete. Like, again, he's an athlete. So, back when I was an athlete, our bodies, heal faster. It's like that's the actual thing where athletes, they actually do heal faster. than normal people. So maybe their peak conditioning could do something, but at the same time, COVID could all just bring that down. So I don't really know. There have been athletes that caught COVID already. You know, Sean Payne caught COVID earlier this year. He looked old as a dog. But he's recovered. He's looking a lot better. So I don't know. You really don't know what COVID does to an athlete more than a normal person. But I know normal person, people do get messed up. So we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, I don't want to say it like this, but they're kind of going to be the sports world's guinea pigs in a way. So yeah, that's the NFL. Like I just said though, when you brought up Kyrie Irving, our next topic, Kyrie Irving. Listen, I love this brother.
Same.
He's an aware brother. He doesn't
Mamba mentality. That's what
and he's aware to the issues. You know, he's not afraid to talk about them, but at the same time, he's not afraid to talk either.
I mean, the earth is
and
flat.
this man.
The earth is flat. Well, continue.
But man, this dude said we got two quotes that he said this past week that just come on now. The first one, talking about playing with KD. I felt like I was the best option on every team I've played for down the stretch. This is the first time in my career where I can be like, that mother effer can make that shot too.
Is he not capping?
Bro, yes he is. Don't do that.
Is he not?
Come on.
Game winner?
He won't, but he was. He won't, but he was.
Nah, yeah.
Listen.
He wasn't, but he was.
That's the only reason why they won the championship because Kyrie.
How many finals? Listen, I believe Michael Jordan is a GOAT. How many finals clinching shots has he made?
Didn't
one against LA?
I love this.
Didn't he hit the game winner on LA?
My moment.
Or is it? But like, here's the thing though. Here's what I have to say about that. Mike a lot of times against Utah the first time. Mike has Mike has the leg move against Utah in Game 6, 98. Everybody knows that. The shot.
Fires. Yes! The Bulls lead 87-86.
So he only has what, one?
But look.
But here's the thing. Mike puts his team in that spot to win. Like the year before the shot. He passed the ball to Steve Kerr to win it.
Scottie Pippen looking for Michael Jordan.
Michael, 6 seconds. 5. Michael in traffic to Kerr. 15-footer.
Just like LeBron did.
But here's
just like LeBron put up buckets all games to keep them in that game, and Kyrie did this thing too. I'm not going to take that away from him. But LeBron, without LeBron sets up those situations.
He sets up situations to have them shoot game winners.
Okay, here's the thing. In 2016, would they let LeBron ISO on Iggy?
2016 or 2015?
2016. No.
Probably not.
But Kyrie hit that shot on an ISO on Curry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He ISO'd Curry.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
So, where LeBron is, if you leave LeBron alone, and let's say Iggy does that double team, he could do anything. And we done seen LeBron hit, like I said last week, that little FU 3.
A deep three.
LeBron can hit that. We all know. We've seen it over the years. LeBron can hit a game-winning shot. He's done it before in the playoffs.
Left, Cleveland triggers in. James, 2 seconds, 1 second for the win. LeBron James delivers.
I think people just
rare.
A game-winning shot is rare for anybody. A game-winning shot is just not some simple as hitting a 3 in the first quarter. But he's putting his teammates in the situation. He's put them in that situation. He's carried the team to that point where let's say you're a kid carrying a kid up to the rim to put the ball in. You know what I'm talking about. That's LeBron. LeBron is the adult carrying the person, and then the team is putting the ball in the rim. that don't mean LeBron can't hit that shot either. LeBron could do it too.
But one thing about Michael Jeffrey Jordan, he didn't have to worry about hitting game winners.
Oh, not because game 6.
They were all.
Oh, my God.
I wasn't even going to talk about him never having to play in a game 7. But you only have to win game. You only have to make or attempt a game winner when what? The games are close. The games weren't close. Michael had them up. Michael had yes, like you said, there were
about all of Michael's games were close,
within 2 to 3 points, like you just said, he didn't have to worry about shooting game winners. They didn't worry about shooting game winners because they were already winning by at least.
I got something to say about that.
They already saying in the comments that Michael's the GOAT.
He is. I'm not saying he's not.
Okay.
He is. I'm not saying look, Michael's Michael. That's why he's right here. I don't know if they can see it, but he's right here. But look. 93 against Phoenix. They came down. John Paxson hit that shot. '97, Steve Kerr hit the shot. '98, Michael hit the shot. What gets lost in time is that like those were close games and those were close series actually, because John Paxson doesn't hit that shot. He's going to a game 7 with Charles Barkley. Like, listen, Mike always pulled it out, and that's where his greatness comes from. But if there is a lesser player there, they very well could have been going to a game 7. So it's not like they always blew him out. I don't think he's actually blown out a series clinching win for the finals.
You're right. Not
because LA was like the one where it was
the one where there was just
where it was like and that's James Worthy got hurt. I'm not gonna just chalk that up to injury.
In the comments, they said that the New York Knicks played them close.
Yep, New York
and Utah Jazz.
And Utah, it was never just. It wasn't like cutting through butter with a hot knife. It was.
We know this.
It was always close. That's the thing. Just about every championship in the NBA is close. Besides 2018, 17,
09,
14, 11, 09.
Yeah.
07. Besides the sweeps and besides some of those 5 games, a lot. It's never been where it's just like one team crushes the other team. No, it's always been a good series. But we got all the way off where we're talking about how easy it is to win the championship. Where the point was that Kyrie is just saying some BS. Because I got a second quote.
Get back to what Kyrie Irving said.
Kyrie
you gotta respect it.
Said this either today or yesterday. He said, I don't really see us having a head coach. And he was on KD's podcast, the ETCs. And he was like, he's like, I don't see us having a head coach. And he was like, you know what I mean? And KD was like, it's like a rotating thing. It was like, I could be a head coach. KD could be a head coach.
That might be one of the most ignorant damn things that I've heard a player say. We don't really need a coach. Tell me a player in the history of sports that never needed coaching.
And this is like 2 weeks after they hired Steve Nash. Like, has Steve Nash even been in his office yet?
Yeah.
Has he even moved in? That's the thing. You gonna snub one of the greatest point guards of all time, and you're a point guard like that?
I mean, he's like, he ain't win a ring, so what that mean to me?
Because he played Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Because he played Kobe Bryant. Because he played, those years where the Suns didn't make it, it was like, they were stopped by Timmy and Kobe. Like, 2 top 10 players of all time are the reason he didn't make it. They're the blueprint for the modern NBA.
Yeah.
So, that's my thing. Kyrie is just tripping big time.
I like his guts.
He got the guts, but I don't know.
Since he came in, he challenged Kobe one-on-one.
That's true.
This is me going to talk to you one-on-one. It is what it is.
I give him credit for his confidence. It's 50 grand in my charity. Greatly appreciated. Hey, easy money. Easy money.
He said his heart was pounding when he practiced.
Just put that time.
He said he was practicing, but He's
had that same tenacity, that same mouth since he came. So I don't expect him to change. This is nothing that I wouldn't expect him to say.
I just think the drama is unnecessary. I think this is correct. And you know what? I hope, maybe he, after having a conversation with Steve Nash, he's came to that decision. Not just, he hasn't talked to Steve Nash, he just said that on KD's podcast. That's what I hope. But, we're going to get off of him. That's been the sports section. Before we go, got a few things to get off our chest about this presidential debate that went down a few days ago. Boy. You guys have your rainbow afros and your red noses, because we were at a circus. We watched a circus.
We did.
I thought Barnum and Bailey went out of business. What?
You mean the Ringling Brothers?
Yeah, the Ringling. I thought Barnum and Bailey was gone, man. What?
Nah, I guess they came back into town one more time. Just for
came
old
out their
time's
graves.
I'm not gonna lie.
Before I will get this out the way though. I did have a lot of respect for Joe Biden when he defended his sons.
For sure.
That was like a heartwarming moment, even though this was a very, very discouraging debate.
Donnie disrespected, man. You get on national television and talk about somebody's drug addiction.
And the thing is, it's just
in
like
the military. It's way too far.
Yeah. It's just like, Joe, Joe really should have destroyed him. Mm-hmm. Like, I could have destroyed him, man.
The only thing he had for him was this clown. And then he apologized. No, don't apologize.
Don't
apologize,
man. This man struggled to denounce white supremacy.
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
That's not denouncing.
My guy. You already know.
You're still enabling. We caught that. We caught you.
So why would he?
It was 4K. We saw you in 4K.
This is 4K!
But that was just. And the worst part about it, I didn't even watch it to watch a presidential debate. I didn't watch it for the politics. I watched it to laugh.
Facts.
I watched it. I saw it trending on Twitter. I was like, let me tune in.
We definitely have
a laugh. I was live tweeting
of a president.
That timeline was just, and it was just the moderators, Mr. President, Mr. President,
Facts.
Mr. President.
Oh my God! Bro, come on, just step up, be a man, and please tell him,
Mr. President,
please tell him,
Mr. President,
that he needs to shut up,
please, Mr. President, please, it's not your turn,
Mr. President. No. One more statement. I need Biden to know, bro, come on.
And he was saying nonsense.
But whenever
there was
Biden
nothing of substance that he said.
He had no chance.
What did he say?
Nothing.
What did he say that was worth looking into after?
Oh, you was at the bottom of your class. You didn't graduate.
Yeah.
Who came out to support you? Dude, we're in a pandemic.
That's it.
Oh, you had three people at your thing, Joe. You didn't do anything.
Dude, somebody died from COVID at one of your things.
Facts. Bro.
He made fun of Joe Biden for wearing a mask. Are you serious?
Every time I see him, he's wearing a mask.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, these are necessary. These are necessary.
What? You're mad because the people that you're hiring, the people that you're paying, are telling people to wear masks, and then you're going against it and getting mad at other people for going with it.
Dios mío.
Then when they told him, your son, he got kicked out of the army. He's no good.
Talking about he took money from Russia.
Yeah.
Sir.
You're shaking hands with Russia every weekend.
Are you serious? Do you really want to talk about Russia? You talking about Russia? How you let Putin have a bounty on your soldiers' heads?
Facts. Or interfere with the election.
How you're the president right now? How are you the president right now? I swear.
It's still crazy.
Do we really think if Hillary's emails weren't leaked that he would be the president?
It wouldn't have mattered.
Come on. And
they wouldn't have wanted to
one thing
to be
before
in the office,
how old were you during that election? Were you 8?
I was 18.
Oh, well, I can't relate. So that's one thing I gotta say. People are like, "Oh, we elected him. That's on us." I was 16 for a week. I was 16 for a month and a week when he was elected. There's no we in this. You must be speaking French because I was 16.
I'm done.
That is not my man. I have no plans on supporting him. I didn't let anything happen. I was
definitely
speaking out
probably
against
at
it.
the polls, 18, just graduated high school. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was grown. But still didn't matter because...
And the worst part
Hillary's
about it, because Hillary won the popular vote. I actually did miss out on my chance to vote earlier this year, and I heavily regret it. So I'm making sure that I early vote just to make sure nothing bad happens.
Absolutely.
I don't miss... My vote doesn't get counted out or anything.
So you would catch President Eli and Filthy Franco at the early voting polls because...
Make sure you go vote. Listen, I'm not a fan of either candidates, but I'm going to vote Trump out. And that's just the sad truth about this election.
That's just being real.
So even if you don't like the candidates, you got to admit, you got to vote 45 out.
We don't need another clown in office.
We're going to get another clown in office. But, yeah, just vote. Please, for the love of God, exercise your right to vote.
Exercise your right.
Also, before we go, voting is a right, not a privilege. Rights don't get taken away. Felons deserve to vote.
Ooh,
that's it.
That's tough.
So, this has been PrimeTime the Sports Podcast, brought to you by Digging the Crazy Hooker and Max Show. I'm your boy, Filthy Franco.
And I'm President Eli from the Foe.
And...
you guys have a good day.
Socials will be down below. Emails will be down below. Catch me at Filthy Franco from PrimeTime Sports, the Sports Podcast at gmail.com. Y'all be easy, be safe, and social distance.
We'll catch y'all next week.
Catch y'all next week.